All right, as we have people settling in, let's get it started with a bang bang. Thank you. Welcome to Google, bro. We're really excited to have you here. Like, I don't think your name needs any introduction in Bollywood. You have like sung songs for blockbuster movies, sung song for my favorite actor Amir Khan in Gajini. Like, that's such an amazing song. It's great. You've sung for Hrithik Roshan, like you sung for Hrithik Roshan, Bang Bang. Like, it's the trailer. That's the trailer song. Like his dance and your song, like man, so good. Song for two states, race to Jane Tu Ya Jane Na, Main Tera Hero, and the list keeps going on. And I'm not even talking about the movies down in South we have sung. Like you continue to amaze me, brother. Like you're like after the Kishore Kumar era, I see you as the new talent. Like this is amazing. Like hats off. So, Benny, what really brings you to Bay Area?
I have a concert tomorrow.
Tell us something about your concert.
Yeah, it's basically the concert's called Bang Bang, and it's put up by two of these teams, Gig Gurus and Mahima Media. So they've brought me down over here performing with my band Punctuation. This is my band. Members, everybody.
Guys, a big round of applause for the band.
Yeah, so we actually started out as a funk, soul, and R&B, just producing our own kind of music and playing a lot of covers. And then eventually, things started getting really busy for me as an artist, and I asked them, is it okay to play Bollywood music also? And they were like, but how? And I was like, just the way we make music, and nothing exactly like Bollywood. It needs to be improvised, it needs to be the way we feel like it. And everybody was on board, and I really thank them because of them, we get to, since they've come on board, we go all around the world, and everybody's very interested in our sound and the way we perform. So
that's amazing. So I have a question. Like, is this the same band that was part of the song, like Bang Bang?
No. Bang Bang. Those are produced. We did our own rehash video of Bang Bang.
I saw that.
Yeah. That is exactly them. That's exactly them. The song was originally produced by Vishal and Shekhar. So yeah, that's what you hear in the movie. But then we create our own versions.
I loved your version, man.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Guys, check out on YouTube. Like Benny's band has done a Bang Bang cover, and it's really amazing. Like not only the video.
We actually shot the video in all the hotel rooms that we've stayed in when we travel. So just keeping it very real and very intimate. And it was amazing, because the kind of response we got, not only from just fans, but from the industry, was like unbelievable. Like including Vishal Dadlani and Shekhar himself was like so impressed with the production. And we have to thank Toby, our engineer. He's not here. He'll be here. He'll be in the Bay Area by noon, I'm supposing. So and Toby was behind shooting and recording all of us in all this. Like we shot and recorded the stuff in Delhi, in hotels in Bombay, Bangalore, in Bangladesh, stuff like that. Because we were traveling very constantly, and we also shot off. Check. Yeah, we shot off from the footage of our concerts, the various live concerts, and also the shots. We actually recorded some of the percussion stuff. Alvin is on percussion, so Alvin recorded some of the percussion stuff inside the using the bathroom acoustics. So no, it was really interesting. It's really interesting because it's all about sound at the end of the day. And we
actually was playing percussion in the bathroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom. Yeah.
It gave me a good idea, man.
Yeah, but no, it was a great idea, because the capture was really clean and it was really nice. Very interesting idea.
I've actually tried singing in an empty hall sometimes, and like send people like sound of it. They really like it. Like,
Yeah,
this sounds
empty,
so good.
empty definitely. But then when it is filled with people, also it sounds even better because first it's too empty, and then when audience come to a place to watch a concert, it's when they absorb the sound properly. Like you guys are actually absorbing the sound, and it just sounds perfect after that. So yeah.
Great, man. So I assume आप हिंदी गाने गाते तो हिंदी भी समझते होगी?
हाँ जी.
क्या बात है, मजा आ गया, बैंग बैंग हो गई होगी. So, so Benny sir, did you always thought of becoming a singer from a very young age?
Yes, I only wanted to become a musician.
Family में कोई singer?
No, my mother's a dancer. I've learned Indian classical dance for 14 years. So that's how I became so inclined to performing arts. And yeah, it's I only want, yeah, since the age of 13, I wanted to become a singer.
And did you undergo any classical training or?
Yeah, I've done Carnatic music as a kid, and that has taught me some beautiful things.
And how did you really make it to Bollywood, man? There's so many singers that crave for making to Bollywood.
Well, I must thank Mr. Rahman for identifying my talent. He has been the reason why I wanted to become a musician also, because he when he started making music, we started listening to new singers every time. And to be very honest, that was the time when he came out in 90s, was the time when we were at a point in India where, what, you want to become a singer? Like, go get a job, that's what people used to tell you. Like, become a manager in some company, and get married and have so many kids and then live off a pension. That's exactly what they
मेरी
wanted.
family अभी भी एक है.
हाँ, देखिए सोच लीजिएगा. तो so then that's exactly what I'm saying. So someone like him actually made us youngsters want to take up music as a profession, and he's the one who opened the eyes of the entire nation. Like, even when I go abroad and I see people who are supporting, like, they have a normal job, but then they're supporting your concert because they have so much passion towards music. And then one girl or a guy who's running around errands for the entire event comes in and says, I love to sing, and what should I do to become a singer? I said, just follow the dream, don't stop.
I agree with you. Like in the end, passion pays. Like if you're really passionate, you are here.
Yeah, thank you.
So family ने support किया मतलब you got full support from family?
Not initially, not initially.
So
they were shocked. They were shocked. My father was especially shocked because
father जरूर होते हैं मेरे भी पापा बहुत.
no, actually that was the shock for me, because my dad was the most supportive human being. And then when I told him I wanted to become a musician, he's like, what? And my mother was like, yeah, why not? And I didn't expect my mother to even say anything. Then eventually just worked out right, and I had to prove it to them that I'm good.
You did prove it well, man. Like, it's awesome. तालियां हो जाए भाइयों, क्या बात है? So, Benny sir, who is your favorite singer that you love listening to and still love to listen?
Kishore Kumar.
फिर तो मैंने सही कहा ना, आप नए जमाने के किशोर कुमार.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but but I think I love Kishore Kumar. I don't try and imitate him, but then I try and not upset him.
That's actually the best. Like
Yeah.
that's what a lot of people say. Like जो आर्टिस्ट ने किया उसको इमिटेट करने के लिए तुम अपना कुछ करो तो वो बने.
हाँ, जो खुद का बना हुआ वो that's most important thing. Yeah.
So how has been your experience working with A.R. Rahman? यार लोग तरसते हैं उनसे मिलने के लिए, झलक पाने के लिए. गूगल पे धक्का मुक्का हो रहा था भाई, फोटो खिंचवा दो एक रहमान सर. और आप तो रहमान सर के साथ ऐसे बैठते हो कि मतलब क्या बात है सर.
Even actually, I still don't have a picture with Rahman sir. To be very honest, like my brother Nazif has more pictures with him than I do. This is my chance to take his case on a public forum. But yeah, I'm very glad I worked with him, because I must say that we youngsters, whoever has worked with him, are very, very lucky to be alive, to be listening to his music, and to have worked with him above all in the era where Mr. A.R. Rahman is alive is a true blessing. There's nothing beyond that for any artist, because even if you meet any singer or any musician, they'd say that, so how is it to work with
a
him?
lot of singers dream too.
He's an amazing human being. I just can't explain. You can't explain that, right? It's very hard. I just want to say I'm so thankful to God that it happened and I worked with him.
It's great to see, man, that you're so humble. It's really good. And कैसा होता कैसा है मतलब जैसे आप रहमान सर के स्टूडियो में काम करते हो जब शुरू पहली बार काम किया था कोई घबराहट थी मतलब कुछ था इतने बड़े आर्टिस्ट के साथ काम करना
You do definitely get nervous, but then I think he somehow eradicates that nervousness out of you. If you choose to still be nervous, then it's on you. But normally, you shouldn't be nervous because this is the opportunity, right? When you're in front of him, you try and do your best. You try and do your best for anybody in that case. But yeah, when you meet him, I don't know, he has that energy that kind of like takes away all of your fear. It just becomes focus on the music, and I like that about Sir. And Sir has also taught. Besides, just singing and working with him, you really, really learn how to be a good human being. When you meet him. Because for me, I wasn't such a positive human being before I met him. Because I struggled through so much to become uh, a musician, and I've had instances where music directors have told me that, have you heard your voice? I'm like, so yeah, what's wrong with it? And he's like, you want to become a singer. You and all will never become a singer. Like there were the people who've told me this, you think you'll become a singer? Never. I don't think so. Please leave my studio. Like there are people like that.
Yeah.
And at that time, somebody like Rahman sir just gives you an opportunity and shows the world what you're capable of. And that's true magic, And for me, that's exactly why I said, and I don't want to say anything about him because he's all about his music, and he's spoken to you through his music. I want to say this one beautiful thing uh, about Rahman sir, which I've never told ever in my life, and I'll say it right now, is that um, Rahman sir did one of the greatest crime of our time, and that's to steal all our hearts with music.
क्या बात है यार तालियां हो जाए जोरदार
And I don't regret it. I don't regret it. As a child, my heart was stolen by him through his music. So, and to finally eventually work with him, it's just amazing.
amazing so you have been in Bollywood for quite some time now what do you think about today's music as compared to 60s and 70s
Well,
and
it's supposed to evolve, It's supposed to move forward, and that's very important.
I agree
Yeah, and so many music directors have played that important role in changing and taking things forward. Like when everything was going in one direction, we had Raja sir. After Ile Raja sir, then Rahman sir came in. Rahman sir just changed the entire soundscape of music, and then followed by Shankar Ehsaan Loy, Vishal Shekhar, Salim Sulaiman, Amit Trivedi, Ram Sampath, uh, Sachin Jigar, you name it, and everybody is doing it today. They are changing little by little, little by little. And it's the Indian music industry is a team. We are a team. We are a fraternity, and it's that's how we work. We are proving it to the world that Bollywood is such a strong genre, and we are so versatile as an industry. Like today, even if you're in the immigration, and they ask you like, so you're a musician. So what music do you play? Do you play Bollywood? So I feel proud. I feel really proud that I'm a part of that industry, which produces great music. So hats off to all the musicians, all the singers, all the instrumentalists, all the engineers who mix the sound and make it viable for a universal audience. So that change is very very important, right from 60s to 70s to right now, and moving on.
that's amazing so what's latest that you're working on if anything you can share with us
I'm not supposed to share, but some extremely, extremely interesting projects coming up for you within the end of this year and the beginning of next year, which includes Tamil and Hindi and Telugu and Bengali and lots of other work.
nice और आपने बॉलीवुड में ऑलमोस्ट तकरीबन काफी स्टार्स जो टॉप के हैं उनके साथ गाने गाए हैं मतलब यू बीन द वॉइस ऑफ आमिर खान ऋतिक रोशन कोई और ड्रीम मतलब किस कोई रह गया जो आपके मन में हो भाई गाना
है
गाने के लिए
है शाहरुख के लिए. I've not sung for Shah Rukh Khan yet, and I wish to sing for him someday.
awesome man inshallah good Now, audience, quick questions. We can have, yeah, sure. Tanvi, do you have the Q&A mic? We can take it later.
Hi, Benny. Thank you for coming here. My
Thank you
name
for
is
having me
Divya.
over.
Bang Bang is one of my favorite songs, and I can't stop dancing to it, even though it's been a
I
year.
love it.
So I wanted to ask you, which is your favorite song that you've sung, and which is your favorite song that you like to dance to, considering you've done dance for so long.
Well, I'll answer the last one. The answer to the last second part of your question is definitely Bang Bang. I know it's a song that I really love to dance to. And my favorite song personally is Kaise Mujhe Tu Mil Gayi from Gajni. It's very close to my heart because the first time you walk into a studio and you get startled by the fact that Amir Khan is sitting there, Rahman sir is sitting there, it's like a lot of pressure. And I think pressure, I realized that the pressure brings the best out of me. And it surely did. And it won me laurels and gave me so many special moments in life.
It's one of my favorite songs too, by the way.
Actually, that song kind of like sums up everything in my life, everything that I've gotten in life. You know, whether it is music or friends or love or anything. Kaise mujhe tum mil gayi? I just don't even know. So yeah, it's like a question in an answer itself.
Yeah, आमिर खान के मेमोरी लॉस के बाद तो गजनी के सॉन्ग ही अच्छे थे बॉडी भी अच्छी थी
Same.
great
Hey, I have a question. Welcome to Google.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, you have really carved a niche for yourself. Like you have a very distinct style. Uh, so, like they say, like if people start living together for long, they start looking alike. And I just couldn't help but see your band, and everybody looks alike. Everybody looks like Benny One, Benny Two, Benny Three. Are you really Is it because you have lived for long together,
No,
or
no, 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 no.
or you have family?
We all have individual lives. No, but then I'll tell you something. It's because it's the music, you know. It's the music. Like if you look at all of us, we actually wear what we kind of listen to. It's the music that speaks through us, and it grooms us to, you know. Like music is such a beautiful thing. Um, it teaches you about life. It teaches you how to be humble. It teaches you how to be arrogant. Teaches you how to be arrogant when necessary. But when I'm saying like yeah, but it really teaches you how to live your life. It brings in lots of beautiful principles in your life. It grooms you as a human being and makes you puts you. Music is about a lot of discipline, you know, and we wouldn't be playing the way we play without any amount of discipline that each individual has put in to their musicianship as they were growing up. So, and you know, we watch a lot of music, we have a lot of influences, and we acquire a lot of style, a lot of things that we love from it. We choose the best out of it and we try and inculcate that into our life. So that's exactly what you see, and somehow we all fall into the same category, and that's why we make music together.
Thanks so much. That's a nice answer.
Hi, Benny.
Hi.
Hey, I'm Soumya Padmanabhan. Such a pleasure to have you here at Google.
Thank you.
I have to say, I love dancing, and some of your songs are my favorite songs to dance.
Thank you.
In fact, some of your songs are my favorite songs to listen to when I work out. But the Me's Dil, I have to tell you, is the only song that can make me run at 8 miles on a treadmill. Because as soon as I have a playlist, and I've had that for I think a year and a half, and Batmi's Dil is like my permanent. Other songs have come and gone, and as soon as that song comes in, I am on fire. And there are other songs like Daru Desi and huge fan. My dad is a huge fan of yours too.
Thank you. Thank you
When
so
I
much.
told him
Please
that,
give my regards.
yeah, when I told him my dad that I might meet Benny today, he was like, "Oh my God, say hi to him."
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Benny. You made my day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Benny.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine.
So I think one of your songs that I've always loved is Air Janabi, when you've sung it like years ago.
Oh, wow.
When we were in school.
Veena?
Yes, Veena.
You, Veena?
Yes.
Oh, wow, this is my junior from school. Veena, I just couldn't realize you're looking so different
I
right now.
figured you couldn't recognize
Yeah. I was thinking like the smile is very, very recognizable. And then I was like, is this Veena? Like it's been running in the back of my head. Veena is my junior, and we've danced and sung and competed and everything right from childhood.
I don't work here. This is my friend and my husband also work here.
Oh, wow,
so
nice to meet
that's
you.
how I found out that you're coming here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Any questions from the audience? Else we can take one from the Dory.
From Harshit Pugalia.
उन्होंने पूछ दिया। आपके सबसे बड़े फैन है सर वो।
सही बात है। अगर आप कल शो के लिए नहीं आए तो आपके घर आएंगे हम। ढिंडोरा पीट जाएंगे हम।
So, I've seen your performance on YouTube or on some of the award functions with Shalini and I saw
Kolgade.
you, I saw you dancing so effortlessly. So, is that really like, you dance and sing at the same time because it takes so much effort, right? Like, a lot of people just can't sing on the stage, leave apart dancing, right? And you do both effortlessly. So, is it really you're singing or you're like,
Yeah, I am.
ये बहुत बढ़िया चीज तुमने बात की यार, मैं भूल गया था। मैंने भी YouTube पे इनके वीडियोस देखे हैं, ये बैंग बैंग से लेकर हर गाने पे बहुत अच्छा डांस करते हैं। सर थोड़े डांस मूव इधर भी हो रहे हैं।
I should reserve that for tomorrow. No, but I'm a trained dancer. So, hi Nikhil. Are we mad? That's my classmate from school too. So, thank you for coming, bro. I actually in school everybody knew me as a dancer, not as a singer, except for Nikhil's parents.
Even same band.
Yeah, and I used to sing a lot of Carnatic music when I was in school. So that's what people knew me for. But then dancing, I actually wanted to inculcate that into me, into my career, and it happened as I started performing. Everybody was like, "Whoa, okay, fine." So, but then that's exactly what I wanted to happen. I wanted that impact on people, and now slowly it's growing in the eyes of the people. And the audience and fans, everybody, they get to see what I'm doing.
really like a Western rock star, right? Who can dance and sing.
Hmm.
Like most of the singers in Bollywood, they just sing, but you do both like effortlessly.
भाई गाते गाते डांस करेंगे सांस चढ़ जाएगा यार, कमाल के आदमी।
Yeah, I actually don't lose much of my breath when I perform. It's now there in the system. It's like muscle memory. It's like you waking up and you don't forget to brush your teeth.
We got one question from Vinod. Tanvi, can you pass on the mic to Vinod? Actually, this guy also went to Abu Dhabi Indian School. बहुत fans है। Abu Dhabi Indian School के सारे लोग स्टार बन रहे हैं मेरे को।
My question was related to that as well. As I understand it, you went to school in the Middle East. I also did go to school there. But my question is, how did that help you? Increase your talent or hone your talent? Do you think it is people from the Middle East who grew up first generation? Do they have I know another friend of mine also is in the Bollywood industry from Abu Dhabi Indian School. But what do you think of that? Does it help you or does it?
Well, my teachers were from there. My dance teachers from Abu Dhabi, my music teachers from Abu Dhabi. So what I learned from my teachers, and my teachers were great. So I think Abu Dhabi has nothing to do with it. It's with the teachers who teach you what you have to learn. So I must say, the school that we were in was also like kind of we were pretty competitive, and really brought the best out of us. Like if you see Nikhil was he topped the whole of Gulf in science when he
अभी तो Google में है sir.
yeah. No, jokes apart, and also if you look at Nikhil was just not just an academic person. He was into declamation, elocution. He was into quizzing. He was into environmental quizzes. Then he used to do music. He was a drummer. He was a school band drummer, and he was also into sports. He used to play cricket. He used to head the Autumn House cricket team.
Let me start telling about Benny's list.
No, but I'm saying he was the head boy of our school, and he was actually the example of a student. Being the head boy, academically doing extremely well. It was no. I'm so proud of my school, and my batchmates and my juniors and everybody. So we were in pretty competitive school, and it kind of actually made us effortlessly really cool. So no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
This is the DPS of Abu Dhabi.
Well, so just actually, I mean, there were really a lot of outlets to culturally showcase your talents, or interact with other folks. It was really a good atmosphere.
Yeah, so we had great teachers who not me in school, but like extracurricular activities and stuff like that. So it was good guidance and really amazing time. That's exactly why probably, but yeah, we had to work hard. Like this industry is not it's not a joke. You have to be on top of your game, and you have to really focus on what you do and try and be an innovator. I think innovation is the key to success, always.
आज की जनरेशन में कौन सा सिंगर आपको पसंद है अपने बॉलीवुड से?
I love Arijit Singh.
अरिजीत सिंह इधर तो बहुत फैंस हैं उनके लिए.
Yeah, Arijit is a great singer, and if you like Daradesi, I have a small story about Daradesi, and that is Arijit recorded my voice for Daradesi in the studio while he was working with Preetham, and I still won't forget it. He's a great guy, and yeah, I wish all amazing things for him.
He's a very humble guy.
I have a question. Okay, so we're going to talk about us now. So, Google, what are your thoughts? What's Google done for you, for the industry? And so, I live in San Francisco, and you look like you could totally fit into San Francisco.
I agree.
Yeah, so what do you think about San Francisco? What have you seen? What have you done? So, we're going to talk about us now.
I came yesterday afternoon, so I haven't done much. I've only slept and woken up. So, and of course, we had a beautiful press conference for our event that's happening tomorrow at the Jubilee Center. But Google helps me in so many ways. I just can't tell you how much. And even tracing down some people's names, and looking at history of music, history of movies. That's the field that I live in and live and breathe. So Google has always been a huge instrument to figuring out a lot of things that we need to figure. Especially as musicians, and we need new equipment and lots of things. And Google has been so instrumental in paving us way in figuring out new things for ourselves in music, especially. So whatever Google does, I think it's fabulous. And I think Google is a word. You just can't use it as anything else, and it's become Google is Google, and what after Google? I think nothing after Google. Yeah, Google is gonna be forever.
So true.
You mentioned that you were rejected many times by certain music directors. So, one, how did you face that rejection? How did you overcome it?
See, that's exactly what it's really brought out the best in me. Somehow I think it triggered some nerve in me that just made me want to do it more.
कौन थे सर नाम बताओ बात करते हैं.
आपके पास बहुत पैसे हैं लग रहा है.
So, when you faced them, so I'm guessing you may have faced them at parties, or maybe you've actually even worked with them again. So, how did you overcome any resentment that you must have?
I don't know. I think when I met them, I had a lot of hair, and now I don't. So, yeah. So I think probably they would have forgotten. I don't know. Just everybody moves on in life, and I think that's the best thing. You just don't hold grudges, And I did work with that composer later, and I did sing some beautiful songs for that composer. So that's that, and we'll leave it at that.
क्या बात है?
Thank you so much.
Now guys, आप लोगों ने बेनी सर के मतलब कई गाने इधर यूं ही सुन लिए, like you guys are really lucky. अब we would like to talk about his concert also जो मतलब कल हो रही है, and you guys should definitely attend that because ये देखिए ये लोग भी उत्सुक हैं परफॉर्म करने के लिए, अपनी परफॉर्मेंस दिखाने के लिए. Great performance है. So I would let Radhika or someone to announce about the event details and when it's really happening. So it would be great.
Hi guys, I'm with Gig Gurus, Media Mahima, and we are very lucky and privileged to be hosting Benny here in the Bay Area. We're doing a concert tomorrow at this wonderful venue called the Jubilee Center. It's the first time there's ever been a Bollywood concert, and they all saw the venue yesterday. They said it's perfect acoustically, it's meant for this kind of a concert, right guys? Yep. So it's going to be a beautiful concert. You heard Benny G here, but you would see the punctuation in motion tomorrow. So we'd really urge you to get your tickets. We have a special offer for Googlers. Especially Amit had spoken to me before, and we have a special code, Google. If you use it, you get a special discount. I think Amit has already propagated that. So please do come to the concert. We'd love to see you all there and help get the word out. You've heard, Inko yahan pe suna aapne, you should see him move, dance, and we're like really excited to see him out there. And it's all for a good cause too. We're giving back to a few charities here in the Bay Area, 3 beneficiary organizations. So please do join us tomorrow. We'd love to see you all there. And you can get your tickets at giggurus.events, giggurus.events.
Awesome. So, Benny sir, would you like to say a few words in the end, or?
Yeah, and thank you so much for taking out your time. You know, I'm sure you all have a lot of work to do, and you guys are smiling. I'm sure you're very happy working. I'm sure you're very happy to work here. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you to Amit. Thank you so much for having us over. You've been very kind to us, and thank you all for taking out your time and coming and talking to me. And I'm really thrilled and really happy to be here in the Bay Area. And looking forward to all of you coming for my concert tomorrow, because this is what I want to say also. This is my first ever solo concert in United States of America. So I've always been seen with some of the most amazing composers that I've worked with when I come here. But today I'm so thankful to all those composers for giving me such a beautiful body of work that I can showcase my own concert. So it'll be really special if all of you come and you can tell your friends, you know, about this. That's all I want to say. And thank you a million times, more than any YouTube hits. I want to thank you guys so much. It's been really special, and God has been very kind to all of us. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
एक बार जोरदार ताली हो जाए